up, fam?
Oh, man. Back in the building.
You already know. Talking football.
2011 Kickoff show, baby. Sportzfam style. You know what it is.
Yeah, so we're going to get into all our picks. We're going to go division by division. Talk about the MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, all of that. And you can sit back and view it and see if it lined up with what you think. If you disagree, hop on Sportzfam, holla at us, talk crazy to us. And we're going to get right into it, starting with the NFC North. Now, to me, the NFC North, hands down, is the hardest division going. From top to bottom, got some monsters out there. This man got a little vested interest in it, representing that shy and all that, so I'm going to let him kick it off. What you think about the NFC North?
You said it, man. We got the division champion, Chicago Bears. We got the returning world champion in Green Bay. I know a lot of people like, how can you not pick Green Bay to win this division? Easy. I'm going to go with the Bears. I actually had the Bears and Green Bay tied with the same record. But this is why the Bears get the nod. I actually believe they're going to sweep Green Bay this year. And due to having a better division record as well, they'll get the tiebreaker. I've got Minnesota finishing third, even though they'll be competitive. And Detroit will bring up the back of the bus like they have the last few years. Though they improved, not enough to leapfrog any one of those three teams, especially the repeat division champion Chicago Bears. I just think this is the year, man. I like the improvements they made on the offensive line. Bringing in Barber will be huge if he can give them at least 12 to 14 games. Got a little calf injury now, so he's week to week with that. We'll see what happens. I think the wide receiver core is definitely upgraded. As Roy Williams, your man Sam Hurd, and the kid out of Ohio State, man, Dane Johnson-Barker. I think he'll really add another dimension to that wide receiver core that they haven't had. And I think Marshall, really looks to employ those guys and play his style of football. Getting big, physical tight ends to come in and actually perform as like extra linemen out there to kind of seal those perimeter edges for running backs like Forte and Barber. I really like what the Bears have to offer offensively, and you know what they're going to do defensively. I'm expecting a huge year out of Julius Peppers. Urlacher will be his steady self, and the pickup of Brandon Merriweather from New England may turn out to be a huge, huge pickup as the season progresses.
Yeah, the North, it's a tough one for me. Like I say, it's the most competitive division. I actually have Green Bay winning the division. I actually have Minnesota second. And I believe in McNabb, man. I've seen him do great things with similar weapons, but none of them were as good as Percy Harvin. He's had short, quick wide receivers. But if he can do it with Freddie Mitchell and Hank Basket Case and all these weirdos, I see Bernard Berrien coming back, and having a rejuvenated type year. I got the Bears in third, and then I had the Lions bringing up the rear.
I tell you what, man, another division that's going to be pretty tough from top to bottom, with the exception of one team, is the NFC South. How you got that division breaking down?
Man, I got the NFC South competitive, like you said too. I got the Atlanta Falcons actually winning the division. I just feel like picking up Julio Jones is huge. You put in with Roddy White, you have Matt Ryan back there who's just constantly maturing, and they have a good enough defense to cause people problems. They were right there last year, banging with the Saints, couldn't get it done. I see them getting over the edge this year. I got the Saints at number 2. I have Tampa Bay at 3rd. Josh Freeman is getting better, but once again, who you gonna jump over? I can't really see them jumping in those top 2 slots right now. In Carolina, you got Cam Newton. I think he'll do some good things, but he's going to have some lumps to take. It is what it is. They're a team of the future.
Well, my NFC South shakes down like this, man. I got the New Orleans Saints winning the division. I got Atlanta kind of right there on their heels, but they'll finish second in the division. I like Tampa Bay. They didn't really do a lot free agency-wise. They'll be third. And Carolina, they're going to be finding their way this year, man. So they're definitely bringing up the NFC South cruise.
All right, next up, we're going to talk about that division that got so many people's favorite team in it, that's so talked about, so highly thought of, talking about the NFC East. How you see that shaking out?
I tell you what, man, I got Philly winning this division, but if they don't find a way to get that offensive line sold up really quickly, it's going to be a long year in that division. Because the one thing about Philly, they didn't improve the offensive line, they didn't get enough help for their linebacker core. So if you can't keep Vic protected and you can't stop the run in that division, they could actually finish last. That's how deep this division is. That's how tough this division is. I've actually got the Giants finishing second. I got the Cowboys a close third. And I got Washington bringing up the rear in the NFC.
I do expect the Philadelphia Eagles to win it. I was trying to look for somebody to give this division away to because the offensive line is having problems. They just benched the first round pick that they drafted last year. They just say he can't play, like they're giving up on him. They got journeymen. They got this patchwork offensive line. You wouldn't got all these skill players, but I have no confidence in that line. You didn't really address the linebacking core, but with all those injuries that the New York Giants took, I don't really see nobody who can step up and really compete with them. I'm going to go with Dallas second because of some of those injuries to the Giants. So the Giants third, I'm going to have Washington bringing up the rear.
Well, my man here, you know, he definitely has a vested interest in this particular division, and rightfully so. His team is in there, the NFC West, a team that also had a lot of turnover. Well, not a team, but a division, you know what I mean? A lot of guys, you know, changing places, changing addresses, changing area codes. How you got that division breaking down, fam?
Man, no surprise, I got the Niners on top. I like that we flying under the radar. Listen, the San Francisco 49ers are going to surprise some people this year. Let me tell you why. You looked at the 49ers the last few years, you think, oh, they're just horrible. People don't really understand. We were underachieving. Like, we were in rebuilding mode for the last 6, 7, 8 years. So 3 years ago, we had already made it to that where the Rams are now. Oh, we 8-8. We got some talent. We was there 3 years ago. I keep telling people, and I'm going to challenge y'all to do the same thing. Okay, we got quarterback questions. Look at the rest of the skill players. You go down the entire NFL, you tell me how many teams can match Frank Gore at running back, Vernon Davis at tight end, Braylon Edwards and Michael Crabtree as your 2 top wide receivers. Talking strictly skill positions, how many teams can match that? I'll wait. You might find a couple, but you're going to run out real quick. There's not that many teams who can say that, so the talent is there. I don't even have to tell you about the defense. We didn't even allow one 100-yard rusher last year. The defense gets it in. I'm telling you, we're going to surprise some people. I do have St. Louis at second. I have Arizona at third. I think Arizona can cause it. If Cobb is anything close to what people think he should be, they'll cause some people some problems. If he's as advertised, I would bump them up to second. But I don't know about him right now. I have him at third, and I have Seattle down at fourth.
With Dash like San Fran, I like St. Louis to win the division, followed by San Fran. And then I've got the Arizona Cardinals, a team that may surprise, maybe finish a little better in the third, and then bringing up the rear man, the Seattle Seahawks. They just don't have enough to get it done for me in this division at all.